just waiting for the audio to settle down a little bit before we get completely at ease and relaxed and ready to do our live stream. This time it's actually live. I've got the cameras all kind of set up on auto at the moment, so it's going to flick around and do what it needs to do to capture us. At least I believe that is what it's doing. No, it's not. We've got it stuck. Now we've got it on auto, so it's going to kind of flick around a little bit to different views while we get set up. So welcome to another episode of the Quick and Dirty Tuesday. This is going to be a little bit longer than a Quick and Dirty. It's probably not going to be a Quick and Dirty simply because I want to do some more guitar work. So I got the pedal board pretty much set up the way that I like now, but last night I was out playing a little bit of music on the PV, the Bandit 112 Redline. I just love this amp. It is so good. It might be a little bit too loud tonight, so what I might do is just bring this guitar in and plug it in, so to speak, and have a listen, see what we think. It might be too loud, it might not. Because I've got to get practicing. I have to get myself organized to be able to go busking properly the way that I want to. And the only way I'm going to do that is if I start actually playing music more often and more consistently. So let's do that. Hopefully the audio is all right. I'm just going to have a quick listen to make sure we haven't got anything weird going on. I have turned down the volume a little bit on this to give myself a bit of breathing room, but it looks like we've got all the audio. A little bit of noise in the background. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the chats that we have as well, because I want to be able to chat with you guys if you start chatting to me, so we can make it a bit of a two-way street, so to speak, rather than me just chat to you. We can chat together, so we'll try that. So power's on. We have into the high gain. God, low gain sounds good too from what I was doing last night. Ooh! Okay, it's on and it's loud. So what I'll do is we'll turn down the post gain. So I've got a wireless microphone just under my t-shirt. Oh, I got this, that's right, under the t-shirt, so it's kind of unobtrusive, but at the same time, hopefully providing enough good audio for both guitar and voice. We'll see. All right, here we go, plugging in. So I'm just plugging into the Squire because I absolutely love this guitar. Let's go post gain up to about, oh yeah, didn't turn on. Up to about here, so let's add a little bit of volume, shall we? Let's see. That's just no afterburner, and then kick in the afterburner. Oh, the growl, I love it. That's on lead. It sounds good on clean as well. Now, I've got the EXG. I keep on talking about this, but I can't get enough of it. What I've done is where's our view? I'll do it from here. I think you can see it. So I've got a kill switch. I'm trying to train myself to use the pinky finger on the kill switch just there. So it goes, acts like a tremolo. Mistakenly, people think that is a tremolo. That's actually a vibrato. Vibrato does the pitch change. And tremolo does volume change. Quicker than I can on the knob there. So yeah, volume change is tremolo, and pitch change is vibrato. So a bit of educational stuff there. So I've got a kill switch on there, and of course I can change the frequency of the killing of the volume. Oh, this amp has got reverb on it, so I've got the reverb turned up pretty well. It's a trans tube amp as well. So trans tube just means there's a switch on here. I can switch it from 10% minimum to 100% maximum trans tube, which is a transistor emulating a tube amplifier sound. And from my understanding, 10% is like the headroom of the amp, so the signal is operating in here. And if I have 10%, then the signal kind of breaks into the limit, the top limit of the range, I guess, of noise I can make with the amp. And if I turn it to 100%, then it lifts the headroom up higher. And so you get the signal operating within the safety kind of range of the transistor. And that means you can stop the clipping. So if I turn this, you hear it now, I've got that down at 10% now. So you hear this, that's clipping. So if I turn that up to 100%, it's not clipping as much. It's kind of clean. But if I push that down to 10%, I can hear a little bit more distortion in there. Kind of that screaming noise. It kind of makes it cleaner, just not a lot, but a little bit. There's also a loose and a tight switch. That was on tight. If I put it on loose, it seems to adjust the sound in a way I love. And I've also got the pickup, so that's on the bridge pickup, kind of louder. That's both pickups. This is on the the bridge pickup. Oh, I got that mixed up. That's the neck pickup, both. And this is the bridge. So a lot grungier. Let's try it again with 100%. It's not a huge difference, I've got to be honest, but I kind of like it loose and 10%. Kind of emulate that tremolo effect a bit without using it. That's not using the kill switch at all. If I try it with the kill switch, now I'm getting mixed up. Been a while, yep. One thing I noticed is with the kill switch, if you put the kill switch, some people use, I can show you on the ES335 copy, they have a switch up here to switch between the neck and the bridge, and if you turn the volume down on either the neck or the bridge, one or the other, you can flick it to the other non-volume leveled up pickup and then make it sound like a kill switch. But you can't then quickly adjust the kill switch using that. You've got to strum and then move your hand up here and flick it and then do another strum. I just love that idea of being able to use the pinky and then activate it when I want to. So I'm not restricted by having to take my hand completely off the strings up to another position and then down again. I can just use it while I'm there. The position of the kill switch is what I'm talking about. So the actual physical location on the guitar, I love it down there where it's easy to get to. I've seen some guitars with 2 kill switches, so you can have one at the top, one in this area. That's probably a good compromise too. But I love that addition. I bought it as a kit from EMG, so it's the EMG kill switch. A really good addition to electric guitar, I must say. Something like that anyway. Now, the other additions I've got is, apart from the volume here, I've got an afterburner. So when the afterburner's off, it's much more quiet. But turning the afterburner on, I get 20 dB increase. So it overdrives everything. I love it. So I can adjust that down to 0 additional and then all the way up to the 20. If I go, say, halfway, 10, 15, and that's almost 20. There's 20 there. Of course, I'm maxing it out. You have to. Okay, I'm playing that so you can see the dynamics that we can adjust here. So I've got that EXG kit installed as well. So there's 4 things: the EMG kill switch, the EMG afterburner. That's just the extra boost for the volume. The EXG tone control, and then I've got a bass and treble control installed as well. Pardon me. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 circuits added to this little Squire. Oh man, that's why I love this guitar. So I'm pretty sure I can get pretty much any sound that I want to now. So, excuse me again, if I adjust the EXG to say 5, that was on 1. If I put it on, no, let's go 2, and then to 4, then to 6, and then to 8, then to 10. It's hard to see the, hard to hear the difference between that, but you can tell that's overdriven. If that's on 10, if I go back to 8, might be more dramatic if I go from 1 to 10 actually. So that's 1. I can't play. And then if I go to 10, that's more biting, I guess is the word I'd use. So I put it on, say, 5 there. Then I can use this bass tone control to modify the sound accordingly. So I've got everything centered for the bass tone control. You can hear it. God, if I move, and it's concentric rings. So the inner ring is the treble, and then the outer ring, the lower one is the bass. So if I listen to this, I'm just going to adjust the treble on its own, all right? Turning it up, you can hear it. It just kind of adds so much high frequency in there. So we don't want to do that. It kind of goes too much. If I go maybe, say, a quarter of a turn into it. And that's in the center, so I've got both pickups. If I go for the bridge pickup, depends on the tone you're after. I do like the sound of that. Might be a bit too much for some people. If I go, God, that was on clean. If I go lead, whoa, it's going to be so loud. Let's leave it on clean for a bit longer because I want to adjust the bass to give you an idea of that too. So that's with added treble. So if I decrease the treble by about a quarter turn, if I take it to negative as much as possible to cut out treble as much as possible. Oh, it's still grungy and love it. I'm going to put it back to middle. Now, if I make the bass full on, still really bitey and grungy. Now if I take it completely off, so treble is middle, bass is completely minimum. Not much of a difference, I got to say. It's kind of like a fine tuning thing. So if I put them both full on, and the EXG is still on 5 in the middle, you can hear that straight away. There's a lot of clipping. Let's take it up to 50% on that trans tube. What do they call it? The trans tube dynamics, T dynamics. Made it worse or better. Oh God, that's just so. Yeah, kind of love it. Kind of a little bit too much, maybe. I'll turn that down a bit. All right, I'm going to wind those two back to the middle again, and then wind the EXG tone control down to 2. There's probably too much bass going on in there. Let's maybe turn down the afterburner a bit, turn down the EXG a little, and then cut some of the bass and cut some of the treble. Kind of loses something, so I'm going to turn the EXG up. And the pickup selection is really plays a big factor too. So right now I've got that on the neck. Plus, I don't play with a plectrum. I'm trying to play it more and more just with fingers. So I cut my fingernails fairly short. As in, where's the camera that I can show you on? I'm running towards a camera, which is probably going to change. Yeah, it is. Damn it. I can't see where are we? It's changing too quickly for me, this one. So fingernails, they're like, you know, that. They're not exactly long. Some guitarists like their fingernails really long, but I tried that and I can't grow them. They're too soft. So they keep on breaking on me. So what I've done instead is spent the last couple of years trying to transition off picking with a pick and just use fingernails. So what I've noticed is I like dampening, so I put my fleshy palm across the strings on the bridge and dampen it that way. But I can't successfully dampen the treble strings, the high strings, successfully yet. So I'm still working on that. I'm trying to use the thumb more than anything else. There's a lot of guitarists out there that use the fingernail or the thumbnail. I'm trying to use the fleshy part of the thumb like that, as opposed to it sounds clearer and more defined with the nail, but it's just harder to get it precise. So until I get that point, or to that point where I can make it precise, I'll just be playing around with the fleshy part. But I'm trying to also get the up stroke to sound like the downstroke, and they don't. You can hear a distinct difference. It's not as pronounced on the deep E, except when I stop. But on the D, you can hear the difference. Unless I try really hard. On the treble, I can use the fingers pretty well. I still got a lot of practice to do with that. But I've noticed that if I use the index fingernail and drag it across the strings, it sounds a lot more like a plectrum or a pick. Whereas I use the thumb, it's more subdued, not as attacky. So you get that. Whereas it's rounded with the thumb, with the nails different. So you can get a totally different sound based on what finger you use, or whether you use a pick or just a thumb or whatever. So yeah, I'm just really impressed with Mark Knopfler. Is it Stevie Vai? There's another Steve Vai. There's a guy who plays with fingers as well. I can't remember. Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck and Mark Knopfler really impress me a lot. And they use just their fingers and they get the most amazing tone out of their guitar. So I'm committed to spending time trying to understand how they did that. But what I'm trying to do is work out my own style and own sound using the muting and thumb, and trying to work out the best place to put my fingers so I can literally use my ring finger on the high E going up and down. The B string will use my middle finger up and down. G string will use my index finger, and I'm trying to just have that one finger for each string on the G, B, E, and then use my thumb for the D, A, E, the E, big E bass string, the A bass string, and the D bass string. That's the idea. And if I go backwards, I can't do it. Anyway, so something to work on there as well. But that's the challenge that I'm facing personally, is to just use the fingers the way that I want to there. Because I think once I perfect that, I can sound like, I should be able to, in theory, play anything, because I'll have one finger devoted to one string in effect, except for the bass. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I could change that, but right now I'm enjoying working out what to do. The other big thing I'm learning is the thumb over technique. So playing the barred chords with a thumb over on the A formation. So I'm basing it on A here. It's like using those 3 fingers, but instead just using the ring finger on the 3 strings, and from the 5th string only. So thumb over is kind of muting the 6th string there. So you get A, and then if you wanted to play, say D for example there, then I'm going to bar the 2 strings, the B and the E string, the high strings down there, for this reason, that then I can play D only from the 4th string though, because I'm not able to I don't want to, unless I have to, I don't want to bar those bass strings. So I'll bar the 2 B and E, hold the ring finger on the 3 strings to give me D, and I can slide that around. Not so well, but I can do it. And then I want to learn how to transition from the A bar with a kind of thumb over thing, and then go to the E bar with a thumb over. So my thumb is trying to hold the E string down, and then the E formation. It sounds rockier than this. Sounds too clean, you know? And you get this one. That sounds I just love the sound of that. Don't know why, but in theory it should be the same. It's not. You hear it? Just love that sound. So transitioning from D to A, it's a bit quicker as well. So that thumb over technique is something I'm really trying to practice as well. It's I've got a long way to go because that's not as smooth as I would like it. All right, that's all of that noise has been on the clean channel. If I flip it up to lead, I kind of matched the volume, thank God. Most of the time I forget to match the volume and the lead just goes so loud. So probably could be a little tiny bit louder in all honesty. Oh, that's why I've turned down the afterburner. So if we, that's the lead. That's clean. Difference. So again, you can twiddle around with the different settings on the guitar. Love the sound of that, I gotta tell you. I'm gonna just go and play with that trans tube dynamics up to about 60%. Oh, I love the sound of that. I got to tell you, I just love the sound of that so much. I'm just going to check the comments, make sure no one's asking me to stop or do something. Looking good. Ah, there's my sister, Cindy. Hey, Sin. I don't know why I'm typing, but I am. Hey, I don't even know where you are. Hey, Sin, how you doing? Good to hear from you. Thanks very much for tuning in. You might want to tell James about this. James is, how does that work? James is my niece's son. My grand niece? My second niece? No, I don't know how that works. James is learning to play guitar. He's going to be a very good guitarist. I can tell straight away. He's been playing guitar for, he said 1 term. So 1 term, I'm assuming, is like a quarter. So that's 3 months. And he's changing chords. So to change chords from, I think he was doing A minor to D to C to F to G or something like that. He was doing these chord changes as fast as I am now after 3 months. That took me like 9 months to be able to do that. And I remember vividly 9 months into learning how to play guitar and being able to change. I think I went from an A minor to a C, and then I was able to do it kind of smoothly. And I remember that 9 months I was celebrating. I was so happy I could do that after 9 months. He's done it in 3 months or less. So, yeah, I think we'll have to hear James soon. Yeah, so Sin, get James to listen in if he wants to. And I might be able to teach him 1 or 2 things to help him along, but he's going to soon he's going to outstrip me soon. So that's going to be funny. I can learn from him perhaps. I just hope you can hear all that. I just want to check to make sure that the volume's right. And of course, I can't play it back. I've got to play it back to be able to tell. It's kind of noisy, I can hear, but I think overall it'll be kind of all right. I hope so. We'll check. If there's any issues, I'll fix it up for next time. All right, so that's not the full extent of this amp, by the way. I've got a foot switch attached to it, thinking that the foot switch I bought will be compatible with this. It is not. There's a foot switch connector on the back, which lets me flick between lead and clean channel and flick the reverb on and off as well. And it's not working that way. So I cheaped out and I bought a non-PV foot switch. So if I turn the reverb off and put it on clean, so there's no reverb there. That sounds pretty good. Oh, what's that chord change? Oh, yeah. No, it's not the sound that I want. Let's go with this. Probably need to get the reverb back in. And no, there's a lot of reverb. Yeah, you can tell I've got a lot of practice to do if I want to go busking. This is not going to cut it the way that I'm playing at the moment. When I was busking, I don't even know how many years ago now. Back in 2016, I think I started really trying. And then within literally weeks, my playing got better, so good compared to where I was. And now I haven't been busking since 2018 maybe. So I only busked for a couple of years, and yeah, my playing has gone downhill so much. I hate this. I really am embarrassed by how little I can remember and how little I can play. So doing the Quick and Dirty Tuesday is going to force me into doing this more and more. My battery is about to run out on this main camera. Let me change the battery over. Let me change the battery. Okay, you're going to lose me for a sec on this camera, but that's okay, we'll be right back. What's going on there? That's good. Take that out. Put this in. And turn it on. We should be back in business soon. So there's how did that song go? I wrote a couple of songs for busking. I want to actually get that tune that I think I can. Oh, Cindy's sent me text. What's going on? James might call you. Oh, good. That'd be cool. But call me during the week, not now, because I'm really tired. I've been working all day. Hope you're doing well. It's a tough time. That's not it. This is okay. Message from someone I don't know. Okay, so yeah, if James can call me or do what he wants to do during tomorrow would be good. Tomorrow is awesome because I'm not actually working tomorrow. I'll be doing this all day tomorrow because I want to practice more. But I can certainly show James what I know about the guitar, especially the electric guitar. If you're learning guitar like I am, then I strongly recommend getting either a nylon string guitar. I can't see it. I've got a nylon string guitar, classical guitar, 6 strings. They're basically fishing wire used for strings for I think it's the first 4, the high ones. And then they have soft wound metal stringed strings, but they're super bendy like the electric guitar is. If you get an acoustic guitar, steel string in particular, it is really rough on your fingers. If this is still working, see I've got indents in my finger. That the indents are from where you're putting the pressure on the strings to hold it down. The steel strings on a acoustic steel string guitar is literally like putting your fingers on barbed wire for hours and hours and hours, so it really hurts. Nylon strings aren't as rough. The electric guitar strings are probably the easiest on your fingers. They still kind of burn in, but yeah, until you get the calluses on the ends of your fingertips, you'll just go through a whole lot of pain. I was going to say about the songs that I wrote, and I can't remember. I've written them down luckily, but I can't remember even the beat of one of them that I wrote now. I have to practice that. something like that. Actually, if I slow it down. I played it on an acoustic, that's why it's a bit rough. That's the basis of it. I got the words there, so I'll practice it tomorrow and then I'll do that next time. But I want to really put some words to this tune. That one I really like. We could do something with that. So I'll have to carry on with that. So that sounds really good. Just change my call. I'm just listening and dozing better than the teenage days when you glassed. That was, man. We had my brother and I. Oh God, this has a story about guitars. So my physics teacher, Tony Shady, who I still kind of stay in contact with. So Tony, if you're watching, hello. You were a massive influence in my life, and I kind of, we've grown apart a little bit, but I still remember you, and you still have a massive part in my life, which I want to thank you for. So one day I'll send you a message and say that again to you. But you really helped me in a lot of ways in my teenage years. I was about 17, I think, when I was studying physics with Tony Shady, Schack. So I only did physics for like 6 months, but we hit it off. We became friends, and he, as a high school student, all right, in year 12, he invited me to his house to play guitar, or to listen to music initially, just records, because we had kind of similar tastes in music we discovered. But he got me interested in guitar because of the lesson he gave on harmonics. He brought a guitar in and started playing Stairway to Heaven, I think it was. No. I've forgotten how it goes even. Anyway, I'm butchering it as usual. He played that and it blew me away. I just thought, oh my God, what is this? Because I didn't expect a physics teacher to understand how to play music, first of all, and then to play the guitar, pretty well, as well, in the classroom while explaining harmonics. And yeah, he could tell that I was super keen on that, how to play a guitar. So he said, well, why don't you come down and I'll teach you what I know. So I went over to his place Friday nights for weeks on end for over a couple of years, I think. And we used to listen to Rolling Stones, Creedence Clearwater Revival, ELO, like a lot of music from the 60s, 70s, and at that time in the 80s, Flock of Seagulls, had a fantastic lead break. So anything that had guitar and did lead, that's what we'd listen to. And especially the Rolling Stones, oh God, their music is just so iconic and easy to kind of groove to. Just really good music. And Beatles, a little bit of the Beatles as well. Anyway, so I bought a guitar soon after that experience, like hearing my physics teacher play the guitar. And I just thought, what? Anyone can play guitar? What? That means I can play guitar? And so there was another student, Richard Mullins, I remember his name. I bought his guitar off him secondhand. It was a 6-string nylon guitar, and the neck was so warped, I had to file down the frets so that the strings wouldn't buzz. It was the most ridiculous thing. $10 I paid for the guitar. But the sound that I got when I played the E chord on that guitar, I will never forget the sound of that guitar. I don't know what we've done with, I know what we've done with, I traded that guitar in on another one about 2 years afterwards. And I made money on that. I think I traded it in for $45 and I only spent $10 on it. But because I filed the frets down, it actually played okay. So I learnt on a $10 nylon string guitar with a warped and twisted, just ridiculous neck. But filing the frets down smoothed it all out and it worked. So there weren't any dead spots. It actually, the whole thing worked really well. So that was my first foray into being a guitar engineer. I'm not going to say luthier, because a luthier is actually a maker of guitars. I don't make guitars. But I certainly love playing around, especially doing this stuff, you know, doing the circuits and adding stuff to it and modifying it. I just love doing that. I could do this forever. And cleaning them and making them like work properly. Like I'm pretty happy with the action on this and the way it sounds. And there's no dead spots. That's my playing. That's not... I don't know. Love the way that it sounds. So, yeah, got that guitar, filed down the frets, I traded that in on, might have been an Onyx or something like that. It was equivalent to a Port. It wasn't such a bad guitar. It was all right. It was a semi-acoustic, so it was kind of a wide body with electronics inside of it that you could then amplify. And so I bought that as a semi-acoustic, because I knew I was going to get an amplifier at some point. My dad and my sister and my brother and I, and sometimes my mum, would sometimes go to the Tip. In all honesty, the Tip was like a treasure trove. We'd go there once every 6 months or so just to get rid of rubbish from the house. But while we were there, I could not help myself but look around at what people were throwing out. At that point, things weren't squashed up. They were thrown into a hole pretty much as they stood. Like if you had a chair, you'd throw the chair in the hole, it would get covered over in dirt sometime later that afternoon, maybe the next day. So often people would dump their stuff in the city dump in Bathurst, where I spent that time. On a Friday night, for example, it would stay overnight in there through to maybe Sunday, maybe even Monday, when they would dozer over the top of it with the earth and then bury it. But they didn't do what we do here, which is put things in the trash and then it gets all squashed up and, you know, cut into tiny pieces and destroyed. It would be thrown in the ground pretty much whole. And so one day we went through there and I found a radio that someone threw out, and I brought that back and kind of got that going again as an old valve radio. It didn't last long, so we wound up throwing that away. But I went back again another time and found this Philips PA system, a public address system with a microphone input. I could tell it was a phono input because I knew that size socket was going to fit the plug of a guitar lead. So I thought that could be an amp. I had a speaker from an old stereo, and so it had all the power leads. Everything was still kind of in there, and I could tell there were valves in it. I could see the valves that weren't broken. So I thought, let's give it a go. Maybe it'll work. So we put it in the car, took it home, and turned it on. Everything lit up. Oh, so I thought, oh my God, this thing could work. So I saw on the back there was a socket for a speaker connection. So I tore an old stereo speaker apart, ripped out the speaker, quickly made up a plug that would fit in. It happened to be the same dimensions as a 110 volt terminal connection for power from the United States, I would think, or Japan. So what I did was I got our Australian 240 volt lead, and I chopped off the earth connection, and I twisted the net neutral and active pins on the connector so that it would fit into the 110 volt socket, and then wired up the ends of it directly to the speaker. So it was a 240 volt system, so I plugged into the mains 240 volts, and then I turned it on. All the vacuum tubes are glowing. Turned up the volume, and I could hear the static through the speaker because I connected the speaker up to the PA as well. And I knew, okay, that's working. We have volume. There's something there, but is it going to be audible? You know, terribly distorted, whatever. So then the moment came. We plugged in the guitar, my brother and I, and man, that sucker worked. I couldn't believe it. It sounded very much like that. That ringing and that distorted kind of thing. This is what got me interested in this amp. This PV Bandit 112 Redline with this trans-tube dynamic switch thing, that is exactly what it sounded like when we cranked it up. With the vacuum tube PA amp, I had to turn that thing up so loud to get that effect. And so, yeah, I'm sure we annoyed so many of our neighbours because Dave and I were only learning the guitar. So, you know, he'd be he'd be doing his whatever he does. I can't even emulate what he does, but he does a whole lot of loud lead guitar, and I just love rhythm. It's kind of built in. I can literally make up a rhythm like a drop of a hat. I just love rhythm. So that's the stuff that I would play. My brother would play the lead. Well, I can't remember if we were able to hook up two guitars at once. I don't think we could do that. I think it was always just one guitar through the amp because it had one input, and I doubt I had the equipment nor the knowledge to make an adapter to get two guitars into the one input. But it was just so much fun. Yeah, I think we had it. Oh God, must have been like 5 years because it was through high school. I got it soon after upgrading the guitar, which would have been in year 12, because I think I started playing guitar in year 17, year 10, and then I repeated year 11, so that would have been three years at least of playing guitar through that amp. And it just, I think it embedded in my brother and my taste, that overdriven kind of ringing out noise. Just love it. Yeah, so we used to annoy the family. My mum, luckily, she's a jazz pianist. Like, she loves playing jazz piano. And so we grew up with my mum just smashing the piano as loud as she could every day, every single day. We used to try and watch TV and mum playing. It was just impossible. So we soldiered through it somehow. I don't know. So that was kind of payback. Playing loud like that, and I think that's where we got our Schutzpaar, or our I don't care what the neighbours think attitude. We just played it loud. Looking back on it, but we must have been just the most hillbilly family, I guess. You know, getting amps out of the dump, literally out of the dump, and then making them work, and then being blown away by the sound. I don't know what happened to the amp. I wish we still had it. I do think I finally gave up. One of the vacuum tubes, I think, didn't make as much noise in the way we wanted. Oh, and the other thing about it was when you'd play that E chord at nighttime with lights off, we had it so loud that the valve would just glow. It would normally be this kind of violet kind of bluey color, and then you'd strum that E chord, and that thing would just, it would just glow so bright with the sound of the music. So that was just so cool, being able to make this thing get brighter and dimmer depending on how loud you played. It was one of those things where it was a visual and auditory kind of sensation, and I wish that this had that capability. It doesn't. It's totally transistors. There's no vacuum tubes in this at all. It's just emulating a vacuum tube. But that's what got me really hooked into guitar was when I was able to get an electric guitar kind of sound, or electric guitar capability. So good. And that's what still drives me to this day. Although the busking experience was really good, because there's this connection with people as they walk past you, that they either appreciate you or they don't like you at all. And when they appreciate you, it is so cool. There's this connection that happens, and music really does do that. It divides or unites depending on musical taste. But that's one of the other reasons I want to go back into busking, is to actually like connect with people who like the same kind of music. It's so much fun. It is just so cool. I knew this would be a long one, so I'm sorry it's gone on so long, because it's 9:10 now. I think I started ages ago. Let's just see what's going on. Every time you put your hand over your head, the sound of your voice distorts. Oh, yeah, it does that. Because I've got a wireless microphone up here, and so if I do, move around, it's going to distort the sound. So yeah, I'll try to remember that for future. I just want to make the sound kind of consistent, that's all. Because the microphones here, they're all on, but they're, I'm not going to be able to get close enough to them. But they'll pick up the ambient sound, I think, of the amp. You know what I could do is actually put one of the microphones around the front. Next time I'll do that. But I want to test it to see what the sound is like as well. So, that guitar experience, or the experience to get me into guitars, that's what did it. And I dare say my brother Dave's got a fair bit of influence from Tony Shady via me at home, because I'm pretty sure Dave started getting interested in the guitar after he too saw me putting effort in and being able to make some sounds. He must have thought the same thing that I did. You mean if he can play guitar, that means I can play guitar? So he got into it as well. So it's I'm not getting emotional. I just got something stuck in my throat, and so that's that's a excuse me. Yeah, that's what happens, I think, with music. One person can influence so many other people. So Tony Shady, or let's go back a step, and Stairway to Heaven. If someone hadn't written that, influenced Tony Shady, he wouldn't have played that song. I wouldn't have heard it. I wouldn't have been inspired. I wouldn't have got a guitar. I wouldn't have been, showing my brother what I knew. And then, he wouldn't have got the joy of guitar either. It's just a really cool instrument. Love it so much. And I wanted to, kind of play around a little bit with this to bring back some memories, because the pedalboard situation over there is really good fun and cool, but I don't know. It's not as raw as this. Like, I've got to press a whole lot of buttons and do a whole lot of stuff over there, but this I just plug in and adjust over here, and I get some really good sounds. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, every time it's surprisingly consistent and clear. Okay, thanks, Cindy. So my sister's giving me real-time feedback on the sound situation. Surprisingly clear. That's interesting. Yeah, audio is very important. Oh, speaking of audio, I've got some sound guy jobs coming up for movies. I think later, maybe later this year. There's a guy who knows a guy in France, of all places, who's making movies, and he's coming back to Sydney to make more movies. And the guy that I know who knows him has said, he would like me to help out with sound when that happens. So that could be good. Yeah, and it's paid as well, so that's going to be even better. But I still love making sound on movies, whether it's paid or not, to be honest. But I just got to start charging for it. And I've got to start using the camera more and more as well. Okay, so that's pretty much the extent of what I know and what I told you before about the thumb over technique. I do like the sound of it, yeah. And the kits, oh my God, I mean, yeah, the kits are good. They're a little bit pricey, got to be honest. I think the kill switch was the cheapest one of them all. I think from memory that was like in the order of $90. And it's very easy to install. Very, very easy to install that one. And it adds so much to your what you can do. This, you hear that little bit of I don't know. I like it. Yeah, it crunches a little bit from time to time. I think you hear that clicking? I need to put something in there to, there's contact cleaner I can probably put in there. Ah, love that. So $90 for the kill switch. Afterburner was, I'm trying to remember. I think it was in the order of $120 or so. It's not too bad. The BTC, the bass tone control, that was a bit more pricey. That was around about $290 from memory. And then the EXG, I think that was around the $190 mark as well. So they're pricey, but man, what you can do though with the sound when you install that stuff is just crazy. Like, you can hear the difference. Just love how it's got that variation. So, and then with the added, you can really overdrive things, make it really twangy, like kind of maybe a bit like a Telecaster, a little bit maybe. Yeah, so it just takes a bit of fiddling around, but yeah, I love that. This bridge pickup in particular, woo, my favourite posse. But that, the neck is sometimes really muddy, so you can get all kinds of different tones. Plus the tone on the amp will help a lot too. Yeah, so I electric guitar, I got to tell you, you got to get one. If you haven't got one, you got to get one. Because you can really get the different effects happening. Oh, just love it. Variations galore. All right. It shines directly into the camera. It shines directly into the camera. What do you mean by that? It shines directly into the camera. See, I've got to get some songs together. So tomorrow, what I'll do is resurrect that song. I think it's called Devil Eye. I tried to make it a song about being careful who you kind of become friends with. Yeah, so I'll practice that tomorrow, and then I'll try and perform that next Tuesday on the next Quick and Dirty, along with words for this one. I do like that. That's kind of a pretty tune. If you turn around, your spotlight shines. Oh! That spotlight. I got you. Okay. So if we turn that around a bit. There. I don't want to blind people. Is that better? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah. I saw it. I think that's better. Sorry. Now I got you. I'm wondering what else I can. Oh, there's one thing I'd love to try, but it's kind of really experimental, which is to get that looper, the looping pedal in here. The thing is, it's got a separate volume control, so if it's too loud, it will basically overpower everything, and then we'll just waste time trying to get the levels right. So what I'll do instead is I'll work out that tomorrow, and we can play with the looping pedal into this, along with the synthesizer into this as well, and just see what sounds we get. That'll be interesting, because when I go busking, I've got a small micro bass bass amp from Peavey, which will handle the low bass. So it's the one, I can't see it, behind this big amp. It's down there. It's only like a 5 watt, but it's loud enough for busking. And I want to take that one. That's a good one because it's got capability of doing bass, whereas this will do only guitar, as will the other in the corner. I've got the baby brother of this Bandit, which is the Peavey Studio Pro. It's got a one single speaker, 12 inch, the same as this one, and it's got all the functionality of this one except for reverb, I think, and it doesn't have that loose and tight switch. But otherwise, it's the same one. that one has not got a headphone socket, headphone out, whereas that PV small one does. I need to get the PV headphone out, I think. No, I don't. Anyway, it's because it's small, and I can use that one. So, pardon me. So, yeah, as much as I'd like to take this one out, it's just too loud. It's too big and too loud. So, I want to make it kind of portable. So I'm going to use that one. So next time we meet up, I'll try and use that PV amp in place of this, so we can emulate being busking out for real. Because and I also then want to hook up a battery power supply to power the amp and all the other bits and pieces over there. So when I'm out and about, I'm not restricted to where I can and can't play because of lack of power. I want to be able to play basically anywhere. So I'll bring my own power supply with Ryobi batteries and adapters and stuff, inverters, things like that. So that's what I'll do for our next time together. Let's check the chat one more time, make sure all good. If you turn around, your spotlight shines into the eyes of my screen as I watch you. I don't know how. Oh yeah, cool. Aha! And you've got yes down there. Mixing. It's good to talk to you here, by the way, too. Especially as I don't have to type. That is a good thing. Yeah, every time I go and look at the chat, I feel like typing back, but I don't have to. I just have to speak. So I'm just slowly getting used to that. What else is there? I think that's about it. I'm pretty much done buying all the musical stuff that I need now, because I've got a 10 foot switch to control the Boss RC5 looping pedal. So it'll do up and down track, record, stop, undo, and then tap tempo, and then a variation on drum. God, and there's one more thing, I can't remember what it is. And then there's switches that will take the bank up and down again, so I can get even more selections. But the RC5 only has 8 things that I can control anyway. So I've got 8 switches there straight up on that, which directly control the RC5. And then I've got another 6 foot switch to control the Vailton GP5 multi-effects unit, which plugs into the RC5 to loop, as well as going into a effects loop on the Boss SY1 synthesizer to get the guitar to go in parallel with this synthesizer. So I got guitar and synthesizer, often emulating a bass. So in that way I can have a bass playing bass kind of root notes with the guitar on top, then record that into the looper with its own drums. So I got drums, bass and guitar, and then I can sing on top of that and have a mini orchestra, mini band. That's why I love that setup. Oh, and there's an expression pedal to control the synthesizer and the multi-effects volume from the Vailton GP5, plus a wah pedal to then adjust the wah effect of the lead guitar that I might play over the top of whatever we've recorded in the looping pedal. It sounds complicated, but it's actually really simple. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that I bring with me, 7, and then with the amp, that'll be 8, and then the Ryobi power stuff, battery, inverter, and then, yeah, battery into a 12 volt inverter, into a 1000 watt inverter to power all of that. Yeah, so we'll go through that next week and I'll show you what all that's about. But the Schack studio setup, man, I just love it. I can plug into this amp or that amp, or I can go directly into the mixer there and then go straight into YouTube that way, or mic it up the way we've done it now. I actually love the miking idea, so I'll also experiment with the miking it up tomorrow, so I know what to do on Tuesday next week. Oh, there we go. I've just had I finished my full day of work at Signub today, so I am super tired. I was actually really kind of queasy this morning. I was actually, see how my tummy's extended a bit? It's inflamed. I was going to stay home today, but I went to work and I stayed at work, and hay fever's kicked in, so I'm feeling kind of rough, I got to be honest. So I'm keen to actually go to bed. This is my way of saying a prelude to a good night. I've really enjoyed listening to this and everything. One thing that we should do is compare this with the other guitars I've got. I've got you can't see them there, but they're hanging from the roof. The Aria ES335, I love hearing and playing that guitar. It is so nice to play. But I've also got the LTD, I've forgotten the SC256, I think it is. It's a Gibson Les Paul copy. I really like the sound of that and the look of it in particular. So it'd be good to compare this as not a proper Strat, like it's double humbucker. Strats are single coil, 3 of them. But I just love the look of this and the feel and sound of what we've got going here. This electronic combination of massive stuff in there makes it into a machine that I can get sounds out of this that I can't out of those other machines or those other guitars. Yeah, I just love the way that we can make this so versatile and so great fun to play, basically. Yeah. Okay, so I'll be experimenting tomorrow, writing a couple of songs tomorrow. I might video that and make it a separate, not live, but an edited video, so you can see my writing process. I've bought a couple of other bits and pieces here too. DI boxes for direct input to stop noise coming in if there's a long run. So that might come in handy for outdoor work like busking, but we'll see because they were cheap. Yeah, that's really about it. Is there anything else that anyone wants to ask me or say or do? Yes, good night. Okay, that's it. Good night. I hear you. Don't worry, I'm going to go to bed. Okay, so on that note, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed some of the sounds as much as I did. I really love the sound. Love the sound of the guitar, you know. So, that's fantastic. There's a view of me trying to understand how to end this video. There's another video of me over there. There's one over there. That's the one I want. Let's say goodnight. See you all next Tuesday, maybe before. Good to talk to you, Sin, a little bit. And James is free to call or get in touch tomorrow. No problems at all. All right. Kind of reluctantly want to go. I want to go to bed, but I want to stay doing this. I want to play more, but I just suck. Suck at playing guitar right now. And I want to practice and get better, but work and life gets in the way too. Work and life. Why can't we just all have lotto winnings and live off that for the rest of our lives? That'd be awesome. Yeah, on that note, I shall say goodbye. All right. Everyone have a good time. Take it easy. Don't work too hard. Enjoy your life and laugh a lot and smile a lot and say hello to everyone and be friendly and be good. And learn to play guitar, okay? Just make sure you do that. Okay, bye, y'all. I'm gonna go out on this note. See you all. Take it easy.